your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY. I want to say apologies again for my tardiness, being missing in action. Um, I've been doing lives on TikTok. I've been doing lives on Instagram, trying to build my followership up over there. I did a live on YouTube not too long ago, and YouTube decided to uh, mute my mic. Shout out to those that was tuning in and listening. Um, by the time I realized what was going on, I was already like 40 minutes, close to an hour in. So I had to take it down. And I'm going to talk about it later on tonight, probably around like 7 o'clock, maybe 8, or maybe just 9. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I speak my mind, that's the new motto for me. Um, and I was talking about the Hebrew Israelites and why I would never participate nor join any religious organization ever again in life. Anything with the word religion, anything that's connected to philosophies that was given unto us by the oppressors, whether it's Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, anything. If it has no connection to African spirituality, I don't want no parts of it. But me, and in my process of talking that, I said a lot of things that, went under deaf ears for whatever reason it may be, but that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna elaborate more on it tomorrow today when I get home and settle down, take a shower, right? I gotta pick up some things, and after I'm done, I'm gonna make my way back to the hood. I gotta pick something up for my mans, and then I'm gonna make my way back to the hood. But like in the last couple of days, right? I've been seeing a lot of stuff on social media, and a lot of these things on social media is pertaining to this boycott that I'm hearing everybody is riffing about. You know what I'm saying? How African Americans are boycotting Africans, and come to find out they're boycotting African braiding shops for whatever reason it may be. Black people here in America want to boycott African. Now, for a person like myself that's doing everything in their power, trying to put everything back together, trying to put the pieces together, trying to merge that gap, trying to connect us back to our African spirituality, this right here is a low blow. And what I mean that it's a low blow is that we are again falling for this Willie Lynch nonsense. We again is falling for this Willie Lynch nonsense. And this Willie Lynch nonsense is doing more damage than good. You understand? And the thing that pisses me off is we know that these things, as the Willie Lynch was created intentionally to divide and corrupt and confuse, and put our people in a state of what, right? But for me, the thing that really gets me so agitated is we are quick to go against each other, but never have the strength, the might. Your car, bro. Being a jackass. You know what I'm saying? We never have the strength nor the might to boycott the things that really need to be boycotted. You understand? Like, we are quick to boycott each other over whatever the situation may be, right? And if it's for braids, like braiding, like, come on, people. Like, this is what we want to divide out. This is what we want to divide each other based on, braids. When These people are in your neighborhood buying up your land. You know what I'm saying? Making a mockery of you on social media, mocking you, saying things like, yo, I never made my clothes for you guys to wear. You know what I'm saying? But yet we're arguing and we are on the defense because of braids when I don't see none of us boycotting. I don't see none of us boycotting the Chinese stores. I don't see none of us boycotting these Arab stores, these gas stations, everybody that's making a living and benefiting off your expense. I don't see no boycotting. And I'm sure you guys got disrespected in 7-Eleven. I'm sure you guys got disrespected at a Chinese restaurant. I'm sure you guys got all these things done to you to the point where it's worthy of a boycott, but you want to take it out on Africans. Now, let's just call it for what it is. The real reason why African Americans is boycotting, of course, the Willie Lynch, of course, religion plays a part. But the real reason why you guys are boycotting, you're boycotting because you guys have nothing. Black Americans has nothing. We don't have a culture. We don't have an identity. We don't have a place outside of the places where we was put captive. We don't have a place to call our own. We don't. And the Africans come here. Some of them comes from nothing. Some of them comes from nothing and literally have to build their way up. And shout out to those that did. My mother comes straight out of Haiti, built her way up. Coming from nothing. I'm talking about, spending the night at her best friend's house, rest in peace to her. Spending the night at her best friend's house, sleeping on the couch, till one day being told by her best friend, like, look, you can't be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my mother having to figure it out. And this is a woman that never spoke English, didn't know nothing, just came here and just tried to get a better life for herself and my father at the time, right? Now, for me, just hearing that, right? Just hearing that, it's a level of admiring, because I admire my mother for doing that. You know what I'm saying? My mother made sure before she even set everything up for herself, she made sure that my father came to America. You understand? And she made sure that she established. And she had to sleep on the couch, work triple overtime. And this is a person that came straight out of Haiti, bro. And she did that, right? And to see my mom's here and to see fellow comrades who moms was born here, had all the resources, benefits to come here and not amount to nothing. And this, again, this is no disrespect. We just got to call a spade a spade. We got to call it for what it is. You understand? A lot of our African American people who was born here, came here and did not take advantage and amounted to absolutely nothing. And it's okay. And that's the reason why I feel like a lot of Black Americans are feeling the way that they're feeling, because they're seeing other Black people come from outside of America and become something and generate something, whether it's hair braiding, whether it's selling herbs, or whether it's, opening up stores. There's a lot of stores right now, especially here in Brooklyn, that's African based. You know what I'm saying? African restaurants, and the food is phenomenal. You understand? They got this African pizza spot with the African twist to it. Tastes phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? I've been to an African restaurant, and not only that, these people are elevating. You understand? Like, these people are buying up, shares in Uber, buying up these Uber XLs and putting these things on the road. A lot of you guys don't know that some of these Uber trucks you see that's being driven is owned by Africans. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got PC, that's their truck, and they're putting the Mexicans behind the wheel. They're putting the African American behind the wheel. You know what I'm saying? They're doing these things, but these are outside people that's coming from the outside doing such things. You understand? These people from the outside coming to America doing such things. And Black Americans are very pissed off behind that. And not pissed off, a lot of our people is jealous behind that. And and you should not take it as a level of jealousy. You should take it as a level of motivation. Like if they could do it, you could do it too. But we're sidetracked. We're so caught up into this Black American culture, this shit that you niggas are claiming that is us. This is not us. This language that we speak called English is not your native tongue. It is not us. Okay? It is not. And we need to stop forcing ourselves to accept this bullshit because it's not us. This is not who we are. We don't come from this. The behaviors and the way that you act portraying gangsters and these are taught behaviors. There's no such thing as gangsters in Africa, okay? The word gangster comes from Germany. The word gangster is a European phrase of knuckleheads, a European phrase of people that's disrespectful, that don't follow rebels, okay? That was their terms. I was a gangster because they operated in gangs, okay? It was a group of them. They never moved by themselves. That was rules and regulations. You never move by yourself. You stay in a gang. It gotta be a gang of y'all. That's where gangsters come from, okay? Okay? But that wasn't us. We didn't know nothing about these things. We wasn't, you understand? We wasn't teaching this. We wasn't doing nothing until hip hop made its way into the Black household, until people like Biggie Smalls, until the Crips and the Bloods got infiltrated, the Vice Lords, the GDs, the BDs, all these things that once upon a time was, you know, designed to help and protect the Black community from racist Europeans. From the Al Capones, the mobs, from these people. But they was able to infiltrate us and break us in half, and then we got broken. And once they infiltrated to do, which was to protect each other. You understand? And now we're glorifying this culture where, listen, we can't even listen to music if it doesn't have shoot 'em up, bang, bang. We can't even listen to music if it's not sexualizing our women. We can't listen to music, watch movies if it's not a Black man cheating, a Black girl cheating. And it's right now the energy is, you know, women is excited to see another Black woman cheat. Oh, she cheated on her man and the nigga didn't even know. Oh, he didn't even know it. You understand? We're ecstatic behind that. These are the things that's catching our interest. You understand? Even on YouTube, we want to hear violence. We want to hear rah-rah. And if it's any level of wisdom, it gotta come under the guidelines of Euro-Christian mythology. And that's how we measure ourselves. And because Africans are coming here, not participating in that, not acting like that. Yes, some Africans are moving like they're better than us, but can they blame them? Can we blame them? Look how they operate. Look at us. We got the head start and we ain't take advantage of absolutely nothing. Not a head start on nothing. All we have done is just sit there and complain and nag and bitch and moan and pointing fingers. We sitting here living a life of demand. You owe me this. We want reparations. Why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? And in reality, bro, you don't deserve absolutely nothing. Right? The Africans is showing you, look, man, forget what these niggas is talking about. We don't care how these Europeans feel. We're going to be cool, calm, and collective. We're going to be civilians. We're going to fly under the radar. We're going to do the necessary things to generate what we need to generate to take care of our family to get the heck up out of here. That's it. Take our money, make money, and bring it back home. That's it. That's all these people care about, guys. We, on the other hand, we got shit to prove. I gotta prove that I'm the biggest gangster. I gotta prove that this is my block, a block that, first of all, none of you niggas is paying taxes, okay? If the feds came and sweep all you niggas up, that's it for you. There'll be no generation for you. There'll be nothing for you other than a old story. Yo, you remember Jones? Yo, Jones used to be such and such. No gangsters is ever remembered. I tell you this all the time. There's not a single gangster that's remembered. But This is what we decided to take upon. We decided to be gangsters and robbers and shoot them up, bang, bang, high off life. Look at the things that we're doing. We're still smoking the weed that's coming from them. We're drinking their alcohol. The things that's destroying us, we know that it's destroying us. We know that it's not good for us. We know that these things are life-threatening, health-threatening, life concerns, etc. But yet we choose to participate, engage. And I'm not even going to take shades at you, because even somebody like myself, you understand? I was a heavy weed smoker. You know what I'm saying? I like to go out and sometimes and drink and get my sip on, never to get drunk, but drinking in general is not good for you. It's not good for you. It's not good for us. We shouldn't be drinking. We shouldn't be smoking, right? Our lungs is connected to the universe, right? Meaning we let off air, carbon monoxide that help the plants grow. Just like the plants release oxygen to ensure that we breathe. You know what I'm saying? We are all connected. We are all one. But we don't see that because this so-called culture of ours is teaching us to be knuckleheads. It's teaching us to be killers and gangbangers and drug users and all the foolishness you can imagine. And because of that, we're watching our race, and I'm talking about the African American. We're watching our race literally get the short end of the stick, fall by the wayside, becoming an afterthought. You understand? Becoming an afterthought. We're watching this. We're watching this, and nobody seems to want to address it, right? When I see the boycotts, starting August 1st, we're going to boycott. I'm not boycotting nothing. I would never boycott my fellow comrades, no matter what they did, because until we boycott the real people that's causing the chaos, the violence, the real enemy, if we're not man enough to boycott them, I'm not gonna try to build up any campaign, stir up any campaign to boycott my fellow comrades. That's what you guys want. You want to boycott your fellow comrade because you want to prove a point. What point are you trying to prove? The point that we have nothing? The point that we had the head start and we dropped the baton, and other people is coming from outside sources like Africa and reaping the benefits, doing the necessary things to generate and take care of their family? They're not sitting here trying to be the next gangster. Not coming in here trying to be the next rapper. They're not coming in here looking for a basketball career. They're not looking for an easy way out. They're willing to put that work in. They want to put that work in. They're like, yo, listen, man, we got to grind. We got to do this. We got to do that. You know why? Because these people come from not having nothing and watch us have everything and yet not take any advantage of it. America gives you opportunity to get free school. Get an education. Is the education up to par? No, we all know it's bullshit, but we know that you need an education to get to certain doors to have a conversation. We know that. We know that much. So why aren't we moving in a sense of, you know what? Yeah, I gotta go to school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, school is trash. What they teaching us is bush. It's garbage. It's garbage. 90% of the things you learn in school, you're not going to remember. You're not going to use in future lifetimes, unless you're in school to be a psychologist, unless you're in school to be a doctor, unless you're in school to be a lawyer. Like, if you're in school for these things, every knowledge and every information you retrieve, you got to continue, expanding on it, because things change, life change, society change, etc. You need to be on point. Granted, that's understood, but the common average person, bro, you know what I'm saying? Getting a high school diploma. Why aren't we getting high school diplomas? You guys got $1,000 phones. There's no way in God's green earth. There's no way on God's green earth should we be failing school. Should we be, getting left back? There's no way on God's green earth should you be, what they call those people? When it comes to me, there's no way on God's green earth should we be the individuals not having the mental capacity and doing good in school. There's no way. There's no way when we got $1,500 phones, when AI is there to help you. You got apps that's designed to help you. You understand? The school, to the expectations and the requirements of school now has been dropped tremendously. There's no way Black people should be failing. But again, when you are in a state of gimme, 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 I am owed this, I deserve this, I want this, you better give me. When you in that state of mind, you ain't never going to achieve. And when shit hits the fan, or an African takes their frustration out, or whatever it may be, your only result is to do what they told you to do. Protest, march, do like Martin. I tell you guys, Martin Luther King got assassinated, man. Okay, that man got assassinated. I think you guys should just leave that approach alone. If you're gonna go out, if you're gonna go all out the way you're supposed to. Don't go all out half-assing. Don't go all out demanding. There's nothing for you to demand. You are a slave. You are a property. People own you. Your last name is not who you are. Your last name is tied to some slave master, tied to some plantation. That's what your name is tied to. Your name is not tied to Africa. It's not tied to Jamaica. It's not tied to any land you can imagine. Your name is not tied to that. You are a commodity. You are a property. You are a product. You need to understand that. You need to realize that. You need to take it for what it is. Stop bitching, stop moaning, stop complaining, and do what the Africans is doing. Do what the Africans is doing. We're going to get it by any means necessary. You guys, on the other hand, are not doing that. You guys, on the other hand, are not doing that. You're not doing that. You guys are running around with the self-entitlement. And when people is not on your frequency, when people don't do what you consider being black, right? You want to boycott black people. Why aren't you boycotting hip hop? Why aren't you boycotting the music, the movie industry? Why aren't you boycotting none of that? Why aren't you boycotting the prison complex? Why aren't you boycotting the government and these rules and regulations and how they're creating laws that affect you the most, more than anybody else? Why aren't you boycotting none of that? Those are the questions that you got to ask yourself. Why isn't the boycott for them? Why aren't you boycotting the Jewish people that's, creating jobs and putting schools and taking over your neighborhood, breaking down, monumental things that had historical value to you? Why are you not boycotting them? Why? You see, because people, we suffer from that Willie Lynch. We suffer from the Leopold. We suffer from that Cecil Rose. We suffer from these people. We're suffering. We're suffering, guys. And we know that we're suffering. And instead of manning up and taking these things and handling it like warriors, we bitching and moaning. We're complaining, we're pointing fingers, and any opportunity we come so we can be on social media, any opportunity it comes for us to campaign and divide us in any way necessary, shape, or form, we jump on it. And it's corny, it's sad, it's pathetic, it's retarded. And it's like, yo, bro, wake up, understand that this is not how we supposed to function, okay? Some of you black Americans deserve what you asked for. So I don't know what happened with the braiding industry and what took place. I don't know, and I don't care. I don't care. But the fact that we are having a conversation of boycotting our fellow comrades because of mother effing braids, that's a problem to me. The fact that we're boycotting each other over mother effing braids is a problem. But we're not boycotting Gucci, Louis, Prada, these people that openly said that they don't do this for you. The Chinese stores that talks about you when they cooking your food, talks about you when they doing your nails, talks about you when they doing any level of service to you. I don't see the boycott. I don't see the energy being passed on those that's reaping the benefits of your demise. I don't see the boycott. All I see is every opportunity that is for us to go against each other, we are ready. Yes, boycott. Come on, guys, let's boycott. Yeah. These niggas thinking who they are. Who they think they are. They think that they're Africans. They don't think that they're African Americans. They don't want no parts of this culture of yours. This culture that you guys are refusing to let go. This culture. Hip hop is no longer ours, bro. When the people that's rapping, these artists sold us out, sold the community, sold the nation out, hip hop was no longer ours. That's why you get what they give you. They're telling you what's hot. They're telling you what's trending. You have no power, no say. The only thing that you can do is say, well, okay, thank you. This is cool. This is fun. This is I don't like this, but what can I do? How many of us are saying that every single day? I don't like this. I don't like what's going on, but what can I do? There's a lot of things you can do. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of reason, but you forgot the task. You forgot the mission. You forgot the purpose. You still thinking that this is part of you. You still thinking that, oh yeah, we built this, so we got to reap the benefits. Yeah, you built it, but you don't own shit. That's worse. That's a slap in the face. I'm bragging about me building something, but I got nothing to show for it. I got no ownership, no land. I got no reparations. I got no money. I got nothing. All I got is just a belief, a Jesus story, a Hebrew story, a Christian story, a Islam story. That's all I got to show. It's just these stories. Not even your children you have. So you have to make these things make sense, people. You can't come into this game mad, want to boycott fellow comrades. Them niggas went through the same shit that you went through too, bro. They had it harder than you. We got the dollar. Remember, money got to convert into our currency. We don't got to convert to their currency. They had it way harder. And look what these children are. These children is coming from other countries and wreaking the things and doing the things that we supposed to been doing. Black people here in America are supposed to have been the standard for other black people outside of America, for other black people coming to America. We were supposed to be the standard. Yo, what's up, my guy? Yo, man, you coming to America? Let me show you how to function. Let me show you the do's and not to do's. That's not what we doing. The do's and not to do's is how to be a gangster, how to sell drugs, how to pimp hoes and sleep with girls. Or girls, this is how you can tell if your man is cheating. This is how you can tell if your shorty's cheating. This is the shit that we're doing. This is the shit that we're doing. And we're sitting here ready to boycott fellow comrades over goddamn braids. That self-hate is for real, guys. That self-hate is for real, guys. And it's sad that we are still in this position. It's sad that we're still in this condition. It's sad that we still don't want to listen. It is sad. It is sad. It is disgusting. It is nasty. It's annoying. It's pathetic. And it's like, yo, bro, enough is enough, bro. These people have no sympathy. That sympathy feel went out the window a long, long time ago. It went out the window. It went out the window. Once they see how broken we was, once they see that we're not standing on nothing, once they see that we are moving in a space of self-entitlement, we didn't self-entitle nothing. We did what we had to do. We wasn't looking for these people to give us a chance to go to school. We went to school. We created our own school. We was like, man, F that. I'm going to go to school and do this. I'm going to go to school and do that. I'm not going to sit here and wait for these people to administer me into their schools, into their functions. Now I'm going to go to my own school. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to learn how to read. I'm going to learn how to write. I'm going to open up my school, even if it's in a backyard. I'm going to open up my school and I'm going to do the necessary things to make sure that my people is good. Come on. This boycott has nothing to do with braids. This boycott has to do everything with jealousy. This boycott has everything to do with jealousy. We're jealous of what these people is doing. We're jealous of what these people is doing. This has nothing to do with, this has absolutely nothing to do with braiding. This has everything to do with jealousy. We are jealous. We are mad that these people are not trying to be like, and not trying to follow the black culture. We are mad behind that. Angry. We are pissed off. That's what it is. Call a spade a spade. Call it for what it is. We are angry because of that. We are mad because of that. We are mad. But nobody can shift that same anger towards the people that blatantly tells you they don't like you, that blatantly violates you, that blatantly does everything against your will, make you do things that you're not supposed to do, that you know you don't want to do. But there's no boycotting. And then when the black people come on the scene, the real black man them that comes on the scene and want to boycott this, want to go against the grain, want to stand up and be like, nah, we're not doing that. Nobody wants to talk about nothing. All you guys want to do is just find ways to continue hating each other. That's all you want to do. We're going to find a way. I don't like them Africans. Mind you, we carry the same blood. They got these, I see people on TikTok right now. These people on TikTok is saying shit like, oh, you want to know how we're different from these Africans? You know, I'm going to prove to you how we're not from Africa. The guy said, how? Show me a full-bearded African. It's like, bro, that's your resources? So Burna Boy, he's from Africa. He got a full beard. Yeah. And I seen that too, my brother. I seen that. And nobody is commenting, nobody is saying nothing, but let it be me that sits there and be like, yo, we need to have our own black community where nobody is allowed other than black people. I'm going to be called racist. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. I might even get incarcerated. For even mentioning or suggesting doing something like that. But this is what I'm talking about. So when you see these Africans come to America and just doing what they're supposed to do, don't want to participate in this so-called black culture. They don't want to participate in that. They respect their DNA. They're honoring their mothers and their fathers back home. They're honoring those that sacrifice everything, every penny, not buying no clothes, walking barefoot for 5 to 6 years to stack up every dollar so these children can go to the best schools, to come to America and get the best education so they can be something, do something, and bring back to the community. We're not doing none of that. We're sitting here bitching and moaning, complaining, still arguing, still fighting against each other, still proving to the black man that I'm a better nigger than you. And when the other people is like, nah, I don't want to be a nigger. I don't want to be called that. I don't want to be treated. In fact, I don't even want to do something to make you even view me like that. You see them as, oh, who they think they are. They thinking they better. Come on, you're not boycotting over the braids, man. You guys are boycotting over jealousy. Call it what it is. You're not boycotting over the braids, man. Because I can take you to plenty Chinese, Asian nail salons that talk bad about you, and you won't even. I will intentionally put my phone on Google Translate because I got something on my phone. If you got the up-to-date, high-tech Galaxy phones, you can literally have Google translate everything that they're saying to you verbatim. You can do that. I can show you how these people talk about you. You can tell when they're talking about you and you take off your socks and they see how crusty your feet is and they look at each other and say something in Korean and say all of that. And nobody's going to say, what you just said? What you said? We're not going to act like customer service is good everywhere and black people are the only ones. The black Africans are the only ones that didn't do the right job. No, some of these Africans are treating you the way that you want to be treated. You niggas want to act like ignorant buffoons, so they're going to treat you like one. Nobody's afraid. Listen, people, look, nobody's afraid of this gangster lifestyle, bro. Nobody's afraid of that. The system is designed to remove you niggas off the streets. I had to learn that. Nobody's afraid of that anymore. Okay? My purpose on my podcast and what I'm trying to promote is trying to get you guys out of that realm, get you out of that space and come back into the space of being a civilian, bro. You don't have to be a gangster and a tough guy to stand strong into what you believe in, to protect your family. You don't have to display that. You don't have to walk around with your pants on your ass and walk with a mean mug. Nobody ain't scared of that. I'm not trying to hear that, pimpin'. You understand? I'm not like nobody. No. And this is why they're doing what they're doing. Because you know what, guys? You want to know what? You know what the sad thing is? You know what the sad thing is? 90% of those people trying to be gangsters are broke. 90% of the people that's trying to be tough guys have no money, have no place to live, depending on mommy, depending on daddy, still sleeping in the basement, still doing 90%, bro. 90%, bro. 90%. Who respect? America is a capitalistic society. Who respecting people with no money? You know why they feared? You know why they feared the mob? You know why they feared Al Capone? You know why they feared John Gotti? Because John Gotti was not just a gangster. He had money to protect and to make sure that his gangster lifestyle can continue going the way they us in the hood. I work for ACS, bro. I'm telling you for a fact, every person that I had to take to these courthouses, every person was being represented by legal aid. Every person that I had to take to the courthouse to go see and stand in front of the judge was all, and I repeat, was all being represented by legal aid. And I used to say, I was like, yo, bro, like, what are you doing? Your mother can't afford these. Your mother can't afford a lawyer. Your father can't afford a lawyer. Nobody in your family could afford these things, but yet you running around causing more debt than they need. So now your life is in the hands of the enemy. Yes, because the legal aid, and like I said, I used to work with ACS. So we are in the facility and I'm talking to the lawyers while the lawyers are speaking to me directly. Like, yo, look, listen, there's a good chance that he might win this case because I know this judge personally, and we went out to eat and we did this and that. I'm telling you, he's a good judge. He's really he's really about family and unity. I'm like, what? Like, bro, that's not something I want to hear, but I get it. I understand it. I understand. You getting a legal aid. The legal aids work in the courthouse. These people don't go. It's not like you getting a lawyer that got his own law firm that's in his own, own community or wherever he dwells, wherever he's listed. No. These legal aids is literally in the courthouse. They see that court. They see that judge every single day, every single opportunity. They see these people every opportunity. And it's like, yo, bro, when are we going to wake up and realize, damn, so we really got to get ourselves together? One of the main things where I stopped being a gang member and I stopped associating myself with any gang activity was because being a gangster is expensive. Not only is it expensive, these people are never there for you when you need them. They're always there for the violence. They're always there for the chaos. They're always there. But when push comes to shove, listen, your own co-defendant will tell on you for a lesser time. There's no honor, right? And I remember when I was younger, OG told me, he said, yo, listen, man, there's no honor amongst thieves, bro. There's no loyalty in these streets, bro. There's no loyalty in these streets. And sometimes it takes for us to go through it to be like, damn, there's really no loyalty. That's why with me growing up, whenever I had a situation, I probably had 2 niggas with me, bro. I've never looked for a gang of people to fight the power. I never looked for a gang of people to rally up with me to go and cause chaos. That was weird to me. I thought that was weird. I never thought, and to be honest, the only reason why I joined the gang, to be honest, and I'm keeping it 100, the only reason why I joined the gang is because to fill the void of me not having my big brother in the house, right? Me losing my pops, right? When my pops died, my older brother was removed at the same time, bro. You understand? So yeah, I joined the gang because you thinking it's a brotherhood. You thinking, oh, this is that. Same thing with religion. People join religions because they looking for some level of unity, some family comfort, because every single black person is always trying to fill that void. I don't care what they telling you. We lack that family love. So any opportunity where it presents that, sometimes we jump on it. And sometimes we jump on it knowing that it's ignorant, knowing that it's violent, knowing that it's a philosophy, it's a story that we can't justify, we can't prove. But because it comes with some level of unity, we jump on it, right? We jump on it. Let's just call it for what it is. But in reality, that's not what we designed to do. I promise you. If my big brother was in my life, I promise you I wouldn't be in a gang. Why? I'll just call my big brother. And me and my big brother would just be the ones to just go at it. We would just be, you know what I'm saying? We'd just be fighting whoever until we can't fight no more. You feel me? That's how it was. But it's not like that, bro. You understand? It's not like that. Now people are just doing shit just to do things. But to land back into what I'm saying, bro, the boycotting is not because of anything but frustration, but jealousy, but anger, but bitterness. You're mad because these people are coming to America like Eddie Murphy and doing something with themselves. Taking money. They don't care about Jordans. They don't care about the Gucci, the Louis. These people will wear the fake shit and make it still look as good. They don't care about these things. The things that Africans care about, we don't give a damn about. We're more focusing on, yo, man, you see those latest Pradas? You seen the latest this? You seen the latest that? I'm telling you, when I was working in the fashion industry, when I found out how much they was charging to make Jordans, how much they was charging to make Pradas, I never after that ever never went to Foot Locker to go buy sneakers. Never went to this and that, because I'm going to reach out. I'm going to reach out to my to the connections that I have. I'm going to reach out directly to the factories. I'm going to say, yo, hey, do you have this? And if you guys want the plug to that, I would love to give you guys that. Some of you guys can't afford 5 pair of sneakers for your 3, 4, 5 children. Yes, it's expensive. But I got the source. Listen, I've been rocking with these people. My daughter was born in 2012, bro. I've been rocking with these people since 2010, bro. We in 2025. I've been rocking with the same people. They're going to say, look. They like, hey, my friend, how you doing? I'm like, I'm chilling. Listen, you want these? We got the top quality or we got the cheap ones. Which one? And you know I'm going to take the top quality. The ones that you see on the canal streets, sometimes they top quality, and 90% of the time they're cheap quality. I know that.